going on, everyone? I'm Lawrence, the host of Coffee and Camouflage. As you can see by the bumps, I'm out doing my evening walk, just trying to stay in shape, burn some calories from dinner. It also helps me with my mental clarity. So I like to go for walks and get my 10,000 steps a day. But let me introduce myself so you can get a little background information about me. I'm an Army and Navy veteran. I did 16 years in the Army. Retired from the Army. Before that, I was in the Navy. I did 8 years in the Navy, so I've done 24 total years in the military. I'm also an Air Force brat, so I've been around the military my entire life. No joke, my entire life. I was born into it. Once I graduated high school, joined the Navy, and after I retired from the Army, I started working for the Army. I did JROTC, and now I'm the recruiter at the University of Kansas for the Army ROTC. So shameless plug, if you have anybody that's looking to become an officer in the Army, hit me up. So let's talk about the channel. Coffee and Camouflage, the main goal was inspired when I started doing a thing up at Providence College where we'd get together with some cadets called Coffee and Camouflage. We'd sit down at a table, have some coffee ready, and say, for students just to walk by and sit down and say, hey, what is this? And we were trying to encourage them to come and talk to a veteran. It didn't really kick off as much as we thought it would, so I'm going to change the dynamic of it and bring it to YouTube and try to change it a little bit. What I want to do is I want to sit down and talk to veterans. Veterans have a rich history in the United States. We've done a whole lot of stuff. We've seen some stuff, and it's just nice to sit down and talk and, get a perspective on, like, a veteran's perspective on things when, sometimes veterans aren't always listened to. So I want to give them a platform so people actually can sit down, talk, and learn something from them. Some of them also, I want to use it as a therapy session, kind of. A lot of vets have issues. I want it to be a safe space for people to sit down, have a conversation over some coffee and just talk about what's going on in life. If they don't want to divulge stuff, that's cool. If they don't want to talk about combat, that's cool with me too. It's not a, hey, I need to learn everything about your life. I just want to sit down and have coffee with you and just talk about you. Also, I want to take it and use it as a way to connect veterans with other people that have businesses, maybe veterans that have businesses. We can sit down, say, hey, it's great that you have a business. Are you hiring? Or what are you selling? I'm shameless, man. I'll plug your business the entire time. I don't care. And then one of the big things that veterans always talk about amongst each other is having to deal with the VA, the Department of Veteran Affairs. So that would be super great to get people to talk, and then maybe the VA will start actually listening to some veterans, and we can get some change going on. I'd like it to be interactive. Let me change hands over here. Now we got a different angle. You can see down the street. I'd like it to be interactive. So when I actually get an audience, this will be the very first video that I post. So when we actually get an audience, I want you guys to be able to, ask questions, talk to the veterans, and so it's just not me talking. I've never been known as I guess, let me move this over since it's giving me a shadow. I've never been really known as a talker. I'm more of a listener. I always have been in my entire life. So this is going to actually teach me how to be more of a conversationalist, which is great. So you got to know your strengths and weaknesses. So I'm going to work on one of my weaknesses. I want to be more interactive with people. So yeah, when everybody starts getting on, let's start having some conversations with each other. I want to talk monetization. As you know, I'm a retired major. So with 24 years, I'm also 100% disabled, service connected. So I get VA disability. I'm also a GS-11 in the Army Civilian Corps. So I don't need the money. So with all the super chats and all the other donations that happen, I just want to let everybody know that those are going to help veterans. So I'm not going to keep any of those. Those are going to go straight to help veterans, just like my friend the veteran biker does. They have this program here in Kansas called War Horses for Veterans. So they get veterans, first responders and everything with traumatic events. They get them with horses as therapy animals. So it's a super great organization. My daughter loves horses, so I figured, why not? Let's support a veteran-run business. I also want to help out Tunnels to Towers. The $11 a month. We can do a whole lot with, we can support a whole lot of people with super chats and everything with Tunnel to Towers. Get some homes for first responders and fallen heroes and all that other stuff. I'm really passionate about the Wounded Warrior Project. A lot of my friends have used it, so I'm going to support them. And I also thought that maybe once in a while we'll use the super chats to actually, since I'm in ROTC, get the super chats to start a scholarship program for some of the ROTC cadets. So when they actually become second lieutenants, they're not always going to be in debt and they can start off on the right foot. So it's veterans helping the future. So when you're able, I can't get monetized until we're after over 1,000 subscribers. So I would ask, if you have the time, tell your friends and family, subscribe to the channel. And once we get rolling, I don't want to stop. I just want to keep going. I've got a few guests that I've actually gotten today that said they're ready to come on. So that'll be good. So I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. So I just want to say thanks. Again, I'm sorry about the bumpiness. I don't have one of those stabilizers. I just have a regular freaking handheld thing. And yeah, I'll see you on YouTube. Let's help some veterans. And yeah, take care. Lawrence out.